And fight. Magnificent. Fortune favors the bold. You discover a shipwreck. You climb aboard and begin searching for anything useful. Lack trembles and whispers. This place feels haunted. We'll be fine. You flash Lack a reassuring smile and press on through the shipwreck. But then Laddie grabs your hand and you stop. She's clearly worried about the frightened Lack. And fight. You did great. Ahoy, matey. It's like... And fight. Your journey across the sea has taken you to the West Isle. On the West Isle, you will hear the tale of a maiden in red. Very well then, prepare to go ashore. The West Isle's parched, russet-colored expanse greets you. The bones of weaker travelers strewn about it as both welcome and warning. You dock your ship at the pier and set foot ashore. Laddie takes a deep bow in the direction of the Bon Fong, as if thanking it for safely delivering everyone to land. You consult your navigation map once more to confirm your location, and resolve to head through the gorge toward Hero's Dominion. A well-to-do looking old man calls out to you. Care to try your luck? You decide to tempt fortune. The old man says that if you can roll a higher number than specified, you'll win a prize at no cost. However, a meager roll will require you purchase the prize from him at an inflated price. Now then, let's begin. Today's prize is... The old man pulls something from his bag. You take a die from the old man and give it a squeeze. It's do or die. Your wager with the old man pays off. He hands you your prize and says, "This is only the beginning," before taking his leave. Laddie appears to have found something on the roadside. You look where she is pointing and spot a small drawstring pouch lying on the ground. Inside the pouch is a simple but beautiful necklace. Laddie's eyes light up at the sight of it. You gently place the necklace around Laddie's neck. Though she initially looks confused, when you say, "It looks nice on you," her cheeks flush slightly and she smiles. Fight him off. fight is won. Magnificent. Magnificent. Don't hold back. A well-to-do looking old man appears before you. It's the man who challenged you to a game of dice. Care to try your luck again? He challenges you. You decide to tempt fortune. The rules are the same as last time. If you can roll the designated pips or higher, you win the prize at no cost. Likewise, if you roll lower, you'll have to buy the prize at more than its intended value. Now then, let's begin. Today's prize is... The old man pulls something from his bag. You take a die from the old man and give it a squeeze. It's do or die. Your wager with the old man pays off. The old man, chagrined, hands you your prize. "I won't lose next time," he mutters, wandering off to parts unknown. You make your way through the gorge, its walls of russet stone towering above you. It too is littered with the bones of fallen warriors and their sand-blasted blades. Unnerved, you steal only brief glances at them as you charge ahead, but you notice Laddie regards them with a certain sadness. No one says a word for quite some time. "Isn't that the Dominion?" Lack chirps from its resting place in Laddie's hood, breaking the silence. Indeed, the gorge gives way to a large basin, at the center of which presumably lies Hero's Dominion. Laddie wipes the sweat from her brow and shuffles toward a nearby rock to sit down. "Stop! That's a monster!" you shout, too late to prevent it from attacking poor Laddie. In one swift blow, a wild-eyed boy strikes the monster down. "You all right?" he barks, turning to Laddie. Unfortunately, it seems the enemy was not alone. More of them appear behind you, closing in fast. A man's voice emerges from the helmet and suit of armor before you. "Those worthy of being Maiden must never let their guard down, Lavia," it chides. "I know, Gladio. I know," the boy grimaces. What luck! It appears you've bumped into the Crimson Maiden completely by chance, which would make this Gladio fellow, in all the armor, the Crimson Attendant. This is all terribly convenient. You thank the duo for saving Laddie, and explain that you will have need of the Maiden's relic if they'd be so kind as to lend it to you. The Crimson Maiden appears startled by your sudden request. "Apologies, but we're in a hurry," he says curtly. Apparently, a foul beast the Dominion uses for blood sport has escaped. and it has fallen to the Crimson Maiden to recapture it. Unwilling to let these two out of your sight after such a fortuitous meeting, you agree to help them track the beast down. This must be a stela of the Isle's guardian spirit. A thief appears. The brigand points at Laddie's simple necklace and yells, "Give that back." He continues, insisting in a rather courteous tone. That necklace was something I stole from an accessory shop in Hero's Dominion. As the thief would have you believe, he pilfered the bauble from the shop and then dropped it in the midst of his escape. He's been looking for it ever since. He grabs for it and tries to wrench it off Laddie's throat. You've no choice but to fight to defend your ally. Good work. You look down at the thief, splayed flat on the ground, and say a few words of admonishment. If you take anything away from this, let it be that you should stop plying the pilfering trade. The brigand seems to regret what he's done and cries back, "Please listen. I want to return the stolen necklace to the shop I took it from." Honeyed words alone will not let you trust this wayward larcener. You choose not to hand over the necklace. However, the thief does not give up. Practically bawling at this point, he makes a tear-filled appeal. "I just want to make up for the wrongs I've done." You believe the thief's tears of regret are genuine, so you take the simple necklace from Laddie and hand it over. The thief bows his head deeply and then heads off in the direction of Hero's dominion. You happen to look down and spot a dingy charm on the ground. It seems the thief dropped it as he left. On the back of the charm is a child's writing. "Daddy, do your best at work." Kind of prone to dropping things, isn't he? You utter, somewhat flabbergasted, as you slip the charm into your pack. And fight. To hear this man tell it, the last maiden was a proper hero of war. Compared to her, well, he trails off as a heavy sigh of disapproval forces its way out of him. The woman's eyes dart between you as she scribbles something in her notebook. She who controls the information controls the fight, she says, before asking how powerful you are. "I'm gonna apprentice with the attendant," the man boasts. He drops to the ground and manages a mere 5 push-ups before collapsing in exhaustion. "You stepped on my foot," the man says, squaring up to you mere inches from your face. You have no memory of stepping on anything even vaguely foot-like. You apologize profusely, hoping to avoid any trouble. "Aw, we were supposed to duke it out," he says, clearly disappointed. The man stands stock still, silently praying over those whose lives were lost in the arena this day. Apparently, battles with captured monsters in the arena are quite the spectacle. There is one ferocious beast, she explains, that has vanquished every warrior to have challenged it. Watch. Around here'll use any excuse to start a fight, the woman warns you. You can't help but notice the glint of a knife in her belt. The innkeeper challenges you to an arm wrestling match in lieu of any greeting. You handily defeat her. She then informs you that strong warriors such as yourself get to rent rooms free of charge. You and your party can stay however often you'd like. As you walk away, you're fairly certain you hear her bitterly complaining that she's yet to win a single match and that her business is doomed. The party leaves the inn feeling rested. Upon entering the shop, Laddie looks surprised and points at something. Following her gesture, you spy the familiar sight of the simple necklace. The owner explains that this necklace had been stolen, but then, wonder of wonders, the very miscreant who made off with it later returned it himself. Suddenly, from the back of the shop, said miscreant shows himself. The one-time thief bows his head self-consciously. Evidently, the owner took a shine to the honest thief and offered him a job working in the shop. You remove the dingy charm from your pack and hand it to the man. Taking it in hand, he is so overcome with joy that he begins to weep. As it turns out, the charm was a gift from his beloved child. He had been searching for it all this time. He grips the cherished charm tightly, explaining, I only ever stole to put food on the table for my child. The shop owner proffers something to you, calling it a thank you for helping him meet a man with such an honest heart. You're pretty strong, the boy praises you, proffering a gift in commemoration of your first win with these rules. We need the money. The kids have to eat, the woman says to herself, seeming ready to put her life on the line to win. The man eagerly awaits his turn in the ring. My quarrel is not with humans, he says gravely. You take that to mean he'll only be fighting monsters out there. No, no, I forgot my salve, the man yells in a panic. A sudden calm washes over him. Oh, wait, there was a merchant back in the vestibule. What an emotional ride this man's life must be. I'm not taking registrations now, the receptionist says flatly. You find a beast lurking in the shadows of the valley, but it does not appear to be the one that the Crimson Maiden is searching for. It glares at you. Seems you're not getting out of this without a fight. And fight. Fortune favors the bold. Your stance keeps slipping. Gladio hisses at Livia as soon as the final blow's been struck. Sorry, Livia shoots back and resumes scanning the area for monsters. Here to stay the night? The innkeeper asks the moment you set foot in the inn. You find a beast huddled in a small burrow in the rock wall, but it does not appear to be the one that the Crimson Maiden is searching for. Nevertheless, it is not happy to have an intruder in its home and attacks. The party readies for battle. Two fight as one. You find a beast and immediately raise your sword to it, but it does not so much as flinch. Upon further inspection, it looks like a falling rock or something has crushed the poor creature's life right out of it. It's dead, Lavia says flatly. Lack and Laddie suddenly exhale, hands pressed to their chests in relief. Gladio, sensing an imminent threat, tells everyone to be on their guard. The clanking of heavy chains precedes the appearance of a massive beast. Blood drips from the iron hammers clutched in its fists. The party grips their own weapons ever tighter, fighting their own looming sense of fear. Fortune favors the bold. Magnificent. Magnificent. Two fight as one. The Maiden launches one last attack as his attendant strikes the beast with the pommel of his sword. At last, the feral fiend falls silent. Lack and Laddie break out into a round of applause, which Levia greets with a smile and a playful swipe of his nose. "We're not done," Gladio reminds the party. He binds the beast in chains, hoists it up with one hand, and carries it back toward the Dominion. You never did get to ask about the Maiden's relic in the end. You follow them back to Hero's Dominion in hopes of rectifying that oversight. Hero's Dominion. A place so renowned, stories of it reached you across the vast sea. The cries of powerful warriors pierce the air, though it's impossible to tell if they're cries of joy or pain. Levia informs you that the Dominion attracts all manner of warriors who long to prove their strength in battle. There are even more than usual, he says, thanks to the tournament that's due to begin soon. The party makes their way to the arena, eager to return the captured monster to its cage. Gladio drops the monster in front of the reception desk with a wet, meaty thud. "I felled it," Levia says without hesitation. "I expected nothing less," the man behind the desk says with a hearty laugh. It quickly becomes clear, however, that this compliment was intended for Gladio. Levia chafes, but at least the beast has been returned. The party makes its way back out of the arena. "What's a runt like you come to the arena for?" the warriors sneer in Levia's direction. His blood clearly boiling, Levia spins around on a heel and raises his fist. "Say that one more time," he shouts. Fists raised and eyes locked. You can see they'll come to blows any second now. You reckon Levia's no match for his opponent and decide to intervene on his behalf. Don't get yourself hurt, Laddie's eyes seem to say. Wouldn't dream of it, you think to yourself as you dodge a fist. You punch like you've never punched before. Punch after punch connects with the warrior's arms as he effortlessly deflects each one and hits you with a punch of his own. Enough, Gladio barks by way of intervention. Despite picking the fight in the first place, the warriors show no interest in going up against the attendant. They slink off, complaining bitterly as they do so. By all accounts, Livia endures rather crude treatment, despite being a maiden. You snap out of your thoughts when Gladio turns and thanks you for aiding in the monster's capture. He tells Livia to show you to the inn, as if to suggest everyone could use a rest after that fight, and takes his leave. You arrive at the inn, eager to rest. You mention to Livia once more what brings you to the West Isle. You speak of the current state of Omega Isle and how the Maiden's relics are key to saving the island. Livia hears your tale in full, only to politely decline your entreaty. He pauses for a moment, lost in thought. I'm not the Maiden, he confesses rather abruptly. He explains that while it's true he was born into a long line of maidens, he has not been recognized as the Maiden on account of being a man. That his mother, the previous Maiden, fell in battle, and he has simply been named as Maiden to fill the role in the interim. Lack helpfully explains that since Livia is not an official maiden, his relic is no more than an ordinary weapon, and therefore of no help to Laddie. Livia, his confession complete, bids you farewell, and walks off. Clearly, the Maiden's circumstances are as varied as the islands on which they live.